Hi, you probably heard a lot about Bitcoin lately. But what exactly is Bitcoin? And what does it mean? Well, Bitcoin is about the size of a US quarter, but it's worth nearly twice as much. You see, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Crypto, which is the Latin word for krypton, and currency, which isn't. See, Bitcoin is nowhere, and yet it is everywhere. But what can you actually buy with Bitcoin? Well, for starters, you buy more Bitcoin. Look, if you had the foresight to buy 1 Bitcoin 5 years ago, you would have 3 Bitcoin today. See, Bitcoin was invented in 1970 by Alfred Bitcoin, who unfortunately died last night trying to explain what Bitcoin was to someone. But how do people get rich off Bitcoin? Well, you can't use Google, you have to use Bing. See, you can't buy Bitcoin with a normal credit card or even a PayPal account. You have to buy it with how many steps you take in a day, which is why I became an athlete, so I can be the Bitcoin big boy. Blockchain, decentralization, dating mining algorithm, and more. When a mommy Bitcoin and a daddy Bitcoin fall in love, they make baby bits of coin. Much like pennies, but not really. Bits of coin can be used to buy vibranium. It's magic. Bitcoin is sometimes difficult for newcomers to understand because it's basically 2 things, a payment network and a digital gold. In terms of acting as a payment network, Bitcoin works quite differently from payment networks such as PayPal or Venmo. These traditional payment methods are used over the internet and usually require a third-party centralized banking system to help keep track of the person's accounts and to transfer the money over. In case of Bitcoin, those who are in charge of the transactions over the internet are anonymous and dynamic. This is a key differentiator to understanding Bitcoin. The way in which transactions are made allows Bitcoin to act as permissionless and censorship resistant. Now that we've talked about Bitcoin as a payment method, let's talk about how it's digital gold. Bitcoin is often referred to as digital cash due to its ability to act like physical cash over the internet. The digital gold analogy of Bitcoin makes a lot more sense due to the monetary properties of Bitcoin. Every user keeping track of their transactions have to look at the network's consensus rules. This way, each user can tell if the Bitcoin is real or fake and make sure the transactions go through by themselves. In the digital gold analogy, it's much like cleaning off the metal you receive to make sure it's not tungsten or fool's gold. For smaller amounts, most people use third-party validators to check if the Bitcoin is real or fake. So you could say that today, mostly all the Bitcoin transactions are made through a third-party dealer. Now you're probably wondering, who controls Bitcoin? Bitcoin was invented in 2008, and in those early days, it was said that data miners were in control of Bitcoin. However, recent history has shown that the users, in fact, were in charge. The reason that users are in control of Bitcoin is because the miners have to create blocks in which the users find valuable. If the miners try to change the set of rules and create new types of blocks with different rules, then the users will have to agree of the new rule set and signal the miners that there will be plenty of economic activity in the new network with different rules. I know it's a very complicated system, but overall, the users are in charge of Bitcoin. Why? 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 Why is Bitcoin important? Bitcoin is really important because before it existed, there was no true form of digital gold. Having digital cash-like assets opens up a whole new world of opportunities that would simply not be possible via the centralized online currencies of the past. Bitcoin creates the possibility for privacy in online transactions. which would not be possible when there's a regulated bank or other financial institutions responsible for payment processing. Additionally, Bitcoin is perhaps even more useful for those who live under authoritative regimes who wish to control every aspect of the local people's lives. For example, people who wish to flee Venezuela with their personal savings can do so more easily with Bitcoin passphrase that they've memorized than with any sort of physical vessel for wealth storage. The world today is becoming much more cashless and increasingly digital, which can sound great at first, but becomes a large amount of dystopian baggage. Without something like Bitcoin, the world's financial system effectively becomes a tool for mass surveillance as more activity is done on smartphones rather than physical cash. In summary, Bitcoin is important because it allows an alternative financial system that will provide individuals to freely transact and store wealth in an apolitical manner. Thank you for watching our presentation about Bitcoin. Remember, if you buy Bitcoin, your money is safe with Bitcoin. And then you can get more Bitcoin, and then sometimes you can get Bitcoin and you'll get